It's Ashlee, your lady barber, back with another tutorial. Today I'm walking you through a clean, classic straight razor shave, face and head. I'll be showing you how I prep the skin, break down the technique, and keep everything smooth and safe. In this video, I'll be shaving one side of the face and half of the head, just so you can really focus on the details. If you're into grooming tutorials, men's haircuts, or ASMR style content, go ahead and like this video. Hit subscribe and let's get into it. Let's start with the prep. Good prep is what makes the difference between a clean shave and an irritated one. I'm using a shave lotion and cream combo to soften the hair and protect the skin. You want a nice and even layer, not too thick, but enough to give that blade some glide. Make sure your client's skin is clean before applying. Prep is everything. A great shave starts with soft, clean skin. I'm using a hot towel to open up the pores and soften the hair. You can also hop out of the shower and go straight into the shave to save time. Next, I'm applying a pre-shave lotion. This helps to reduce friction and irritation, especially on sensitive areas like the neck and crown. I'm lathering up using a brush and shave soap. I like using circular motions to lift the hair and really coat the skin. You want a nice rich lather that should look creamy, not watery. When I'm applying my shaving cream, I like to make sure that I am going against the hair because that is going to help to lift up the hair, so whenever you're going with your razor, you'll have a nice clean catch. I'm only going to be shaving one side of the face and one side of the head on camera so you can really see the full breakdown in real time. I'm going to be working in zones, starting at the sideburn and working my way down. Since my client has a goatee and mustache, I'm just focusing on the cheeks, jawline, and neck. Remember, go with the grain on the first pass. Keep your blade at about a 30-degree angle and use your free hand to stretch the skin tight. Short, smooth strokes. Don't rush. Every face is different, so pay attention to how the hair grows. I use my free hand to go ahead and feel which direction the hair is growing when I'm unsure. And then I'm also using it to pull the hair and the neck tight while I'm going in and shaving. So this is going to help me get a better grip on the hair when I'm stretching out the skin. And as you can see, I'm going at this angle because that is the angle in which the hair grows. I'm coming up towards the client's face because this is how the hair on the bottom of his neck and around his Adam apple grows. It grows up towards him. So I'm going to go with that angle on my first pass. Don't forget to have a light pressure and make sure that you are holding the blade lightly, but you're going with a pressure that is going to cut the hair. If you're not having a pressure that is hard enough, you're not going to be cutting the hair, you're going to be tugging it. So after I've gone with the grain in every direction, I'm going to go ahead and start going against the hair grain. So I'm going the opposite direction. So if it grows down, I'm going to go up. And if your client is more sensitive, it is okay to switch over to a 4-blade, 5-blade mock razor. That's going to save their skin from getting cut up. Some clients can handle it and their skin is tougher, but I like to ask my clients before starting with their straight razor if they've ever had a straight razor and if they have sensitive skin. If their answer is yes, I'm only going to pass my straight razor going with the direction of hair growth, and then after that I'm going to go in with my mock razor and only pass it one more time against the hair growth. If not, you will leave them razor burn. So that's a very important step. And as you can see, I'm going around with my hand and I'm just feeling, making sure that I'm getting every little hair. No matter what razor you're using, you always want to remember that you should only pass the blade on your client's face about 3 times. Any more will cause irritation. Let's move over to our head shave. So again, prep is so important. I prepped his head just like I prepped his face. I did 3 hot towels, and in between those hot towels, I am going ahead and putting a shave lotion and shaving cream. And then for my final one, I'm going to go ahead and get my shave brush full of shaving cream and go in circular motions, making sure I'm lifting all of his hair up so that it'll have a nice cut. After I've done that, I'm going to get a new blade because my other one is dull from using it on his face. And I am going to go with the direction of hair growth. So I am going towards his face, which is the direction the top of his head will grow. And then once I get towards the side of his head, I'm going to go ahead and go towards his ear in a downward motion so that I am making sure I'm going in that direction of hair growth. The reason this is so important is because if you're going against it, you're going to push that long hair back into its hair follicle and cause ingrown hairs. So we want to make sure that this hair is cut to its shortest length so that when we go against the grain, we are not causing irritation and ingrown hairs for our client. Don't forget, your blade should be working for you. So if your blade is not cutting or you're feeling like it's not doing a good job, you can just get a new blade. There's nothing wrong with changing your blade in between your straight razor shaves, especially if your client has very coarse hair. Make sure you're starting with short, controlled strokes. Let the blade do the work. Don't press too hard. You just want enough pressure to glide across the skin and remove hair cleanly. If your blade starts to feel like it's tugging or skipping, pause, clean off the blade, and reapply your product. Dry patches or buildup can cause irritation. For tight areas like behind the ear or along the occipital bone, I reposition both my body and the client's head to give the right angle. This is where working efficiently but carefully really matters. After the first pass, I wipe the area clean, check for missed spots. If the skin isn't irritated and the client's okay with it, I might go in for a second pass across or against the grain, but only if it's needed for that extra ultra smooth finish. I really like to make sure that I am stretching the skin, and on the head, it might look a little bit different than on the face. It seems more like gently pulling the skin down or from behind the temple or behind the ear. This helps to get a smoother surface, which means a cleaner shave with fewer passes, which is super important for our client, that we're not going and shaving him over and over again, because this will cause so much irritation. And it's kind of hard to come back from razor burn unless you do a lot of aftercare, which is very important. No matter if they're razor burned or not, your aftercare is going to be a very big deal, especially with this straight razor shave. So when we're doing a straight razor shave, we are removing a few layers of their skin with every pass of our blade, and this is why it's so easy to cause irritation, especially on someone who has more sensitive skin. It's because we're just removing layers of their skin, and sometimes people can't handle it. Sometimes their skin's more sensitive, they're not in the sunlight, or they don't shave often enough to have built up the need to have stronger skin. So it's super important that you are going only 2 to 3 times over your client's shave, especially if it's with a straight razor. If you have a mock razor, it's not as easy to get razor burn from it, but it is not impossible. So you definitely have to make sure that your client doesn't have sensitive skin, and if they do, you only want to make 1 pass with that straight razor with the grain, with the direction of hair growth. And if they don't have sensitive skin, you can feel more free to go in and go with and against, and then come back in with a mock razor if you feel like you really need to get a tight, clean shave. So for now, I went against all of his hair growth. If you've been watching, I am just working my way very slowly in real time around his head. I am now going to reapply my shave, lotion, and gel that I've mixed together and go against the grain. Now, this might seem a little bit scary for new beginners, and if it is, feel free to grab the mock razor and go against the grain for them. But if you're more comfortable and you're a more experienced barber, don't be scared to go against the grain. Some areas may seem hard, and that's okay. You can stop, put your razor down, and grab a mock razor if you feel like you need to do that. There's no problem. So I'm just getting that close up where you can really see me go in with my straight razor against the grain, and look how much it's removing. That dead skin is piling up, and I am taking those layers off. So this could be a little bit irritating, and we are going to go in with a moisturizing lotion for sensitive skin and a non-alcoholic astringent with a warm and cold towel compress to really soothe the skin. And then afterwards, I'm going to put on a post-shave oil so that I am making sure my client's leaving with a very moisturized head shave and face shave. So if you would like to see the before and after, make sure you stay for the end of this video. And I really hope you got something out of this video today. and I'm super excited to share this head and face shave with you. I know it's been a long time coming for some of y'all, so here it is today. I hope you have a great day, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy!